mandikan dia. Satu memberi dia makan, satu mandikan dia. So ini you punya projek. Projek ni memang kita terpaksa ambil pasal ni arahan. Memang daripada awal offer pada untuk this. So we have to take it. Tapi memang ini ada banyak potensi lah. This project is good for you, for farm industries, for your future lah. Dengan dah banyak dia punya application untuk kita nak create kita bahagian agricultural lah, dan farm bahagian dairy product, dagu, dan satu lagi lembu susu. Dia fokus, if I not mistaken, itu you have to kaji. That's why you and your group, you kena kalau boleh you dapat contact person. Nanti saya belum dapat apa-apa info daripada pihak company tu, tetapi you guys, you are group of 5 or group of 4, so you have to be self-independent. Pasal you are matured enough, so you as like you macam you boleh kata group consultant, design consultant, group of 5 to work together as a team alone. The team nanti one head mesti ada ketua, and bisa kan depend on the banyak buat round at this moment ni. Kaji pasal kita tak boleh, we don't have time to wait. Pasal even saya the lecturer, kita ada ni pun kita tak tahu apa the signal from the company. Pasal company tu very busy. Dia more on handling tu cows, cattle lah. Dia orang punya production side lah, dia punya ni agak ni farm punya tu. They are very busy at the moment. Kita tak tahu apa signal ni bila we can visit. Macam kami lecturer kena visit korang online sajalah, tapi lecturer kena visit. So apa cerita dia? What's the story? Apa isu dia? Tapi while waiting, we cannot wait. We don't have time to wait. By the way, kau dengar apa saya punya ni? Dengar saya punya suara berputus-putus ke?
Dengar.
Boleh.
Ya. Boleh summary record tak? Boleh tak? Lepas itu ada summary record kan? Ada kan summary record?
Boleh dah, insyaAllah boleh.
Okay. Boleh siapa yang record? Are you start recording or not?
Dah record dah.
Alright, thank you. Okay, thank you Amirul. Okay, sekarang ni kita you have to go to design process. Our customer is feed mill, Agrotech feed mill, Saujana feed mill dekat Simpang Renggam. This company they are doing handling cattle lah, lembu. So they give us project buat satu, ada dua kategori. One is cattle feeding system. I don't know, the system machine you design lah, cattle feeding, and satu cattle bathing, memandikan, membasuh lembu tu. Jadi dia punya current at the moment, dia punya staff dia punya pekerja dia, labor work dia do manually lah. Itu yang kita boleh bayangkan lah. Besar if I'm not mistaken, dia awal-awal pagi early in the morning they have to do handling the cow lah. Tapi dia orang punya main inorganized, not quite systematic because they do it manually. Jadi they might have a problem lah little bit to settle all these cattle in term of feeding and also bathing. So that's why they give us project, because design project ni pasal kita want to solve human problem. This one example lah, human problem. We want to solve a problem. So kita want to solve the problem faced by this company, this farm farm punya industri ni. In term of increase mungkin dia punya production, membantu to solve problem dia, because they are doing manually. Mungkin kalau we can design something to solve their problem supaya they become more efficient in term of production, in term of dia punya workflow and so on. So they will increase dia punya production. Even in term not just increase production, in term of the quality of the cow, of the cattle. Mungkin kita punya kalau kita nicely kita feeding the cow systematically, teratur, a good amount of feeding food pada cow tu, and at accuracy lah, timing is right, mungkin perfectly compared to manual labor kan. Mungkin pasal cattle tu banyak dia punya pakau tu, they have so many, so they have hard time to handling manual in term of labor job, in term of scheduling and so on. Itu that's why you kena kaji lah, walaupun you are doing online, tapi you try. We cannot wait for them pasal dia orang, these companies maybe they are quite busy. So you have to be independent as a group. You look on background study. Do not wait for me, do not wait for what the company is. Kita have to be prepared. That's one thing. You can search through internet. Kalau you are mobile, maybe your place ke color is much better. Sebenarnya in design the best thing, kita visit the industries. Itu yang the best. The best. Memang kalau kita being given a project by the client, the first thing we have to meet the client. We have to meet the client to discuss, to visit apa the situation there, what is the scenario happen there. what is the issue, pasal kita see it, kita see it face to face, kita be there, dan kita can feel, kita can, we know all the situation there, we know all the issue, the story, what's the problem there, rather than we search internet lah. Tapi too bad lah, kita online, so kita benda ni tak boleh elak lah. So we have to do it online, tetapi you have to be independent, guys. You don't wait. So try to go for internet. Pasal right now pun current technology is there. You can find a lot of information. Lot you can do. You are a team. Do lot. Kalau boleh do thorough research lah. Cuba check lah. Not just okay. You go cuba check on Feedmill. I already give you the post. Saujana Feedmill. They have their website. You tengok kat situ. The link I gave to you. Dan kemudian you can look not just on Saujana. Maybe cuba try. Do not wait for me. You yourself, you have a group. You check apa yang similar punya industry, apa yang similar company, apa like boleh kita cakap competitors yang the same thing. Bisa Feedmill Saujana Feedmill. Maybe Felda, yang dairy macam Dutch Lady, I don't know, yang susu kita punya ni local make production kita ni daripada lembu tu, you have to kaji. Pasal dia involve dia punya what we call it, dia punya line dia, what we call it, dia punya stakeholders and semualah dalam dia punya industry of business because dairy product, pasal this cow ni meant for, if I'm not mistaken, for dairy product, susu lah. So what is dia punya client dia siapa semua, and kita boleh tu not just depend on Saujana Feedmill. Maybe you look on certain product, you check macam local product. Kalau susu kita apa, Dutch Lady is important. I'm not sure. You check lah apa dia punya local supply susu from what. From there you can see dia punya past, dia punya supplier, dia punya industry yang involved to when kotak susu tu, Dutch Lady, Fern Leaf, semua tu lah. Siapa dia punya lembu susu tu daripada mana actually? Is it imported atau is it actually from lembu from New Zealand or is it local? Kalau local you try to search. Maybe you can link to yang any agriculture punya industry lah. Farm industries like farm industries, not agriculture, farm industries like Felda ke yang mana involved. I'm just guessing Felda, not necessarily Felda. Maybe Nestle punya produk apa dia link lah, dia punya supply dairy produk dia, produk tenusu dia. Siapa macam Fernley, you go for local. So you have a group, kena search you kena search yang mana yang similar. Maybe you can get another, not just Feedmill, yang menternak lembu, yang handling the cattle and the men for, if I'm not mistaken, correct, maybe I'm not, tapi I think this is lembu for tenusu. So you got to check. Kalau you can contact the Feedmill, so tapi the best person, the best person, your client is our client lah. The Feedmill lah, Saujana Feedmill punya company. Kalau you can, if you can contact, because you have to be independent. Tapi if you want to approach the client, the Feedmill punya contact person tu, you check the website, check the contact person dia siapa. Pasal you don't wait for me, guys. I tell you again, don't wait. You have to be independent. Boleh tak? Faham saya guys? Right, guys, class. You have to contact. You have to berani. Pasal you already final year. Because so you're gonna become engineer. You have to face. You have to see. You have to speak to someone. You have to go out there. Faham? Ada kelas? Hello kelas. Can you hear me or not?
Boleh tak tu?
Dengar.
Kena be independent. You have to be strong. You have to be brave. You have to be macam-macam saya cakap. You have to, kalau boleh, you have to go out, to go there. Tapi we cannot lah, pandemic lah kan. Still belum settle lagi. Itulah dia, you have, kalau boleh find info. Kalau boleh, I think it's okay, you can contact them. Pasal nak tunggu dia orang ni lambat. You try to get the contact person at Feedmill. That's the best lah. Itu number one. Our client, because they are our client. Try to get the contact person. Siapa you can, tapi when you approach a company, you kena cara, what we call it, bukan sekap jarang macam tu lah. You have to be, adalah intro sikit, faham sikit kan? We are from ni, so our lecturer, cakaplah we are from UTM doing system design. We believe that our lecturer have will be appointed this project based from your company, and so our lecturer asked her to be to go out and find information. Maybe cakaplah ada intro dan cakap speak. Maybe they can give you some input. From there, daripada situ maybe they kalau pasal ni they are quite confidential. Kalau if they could provide some video, pasal you cannot visit at their site, maybe they could send you video, maybe dia punya staff, tapi ask permission. Sometimes company ni confidential, nak show dia punya production line. to show how they handle the ni. Pasal quite confidential to be released to the public kan. Kalau if they allow, they can send. Maybe you want to see the situation macam mana dia handling the cattle. Maybe their staff can send you the video. Macam tu, then it's okay I think. Tapi you must ask permission. Kalau it's okay, tak apa, it's okay lah. You kalau katakan they cannot, it's quite confidential, you have to search from the other way around lah. You have to search from the other sources like similar industries lah, similar farm industry, maybe different company. Maybe you can look from international lah, not just Malaysia. Maybe overseas you can look. Banyak sekarang ni you punya source of information is a lot unlimited. YouTube banyak daripada internet, you boleh search through. Okay, you do background studies lah. Alright. Okay, normally dalam design ni, okay. I cakap dengan you again tapi the best way, memang kalau kita face to face guys, cakap you, kita dah visit sekarang ni kita visit Kita visit, you listen to me. Kalau if we are doing face to face, memang of course kita visit to the company. We will be there. Kita visit seramai. Like saya lecture ikut, tapi you yang punya kerja. I just bercakap dengan dia punya boss saja, the contact person, dan kemudian everything I serah pada you and your group. So you have to be there. You have to bring your notebook, bukan notebook laptop, your buku logbook lah, notebook lah, ni paper, notebook, you catat, find all the input data, you have to keep ni lah, be there. That is much better. We are there. Kita tengok all the situation, kita tanya macam mana labor dia bekerja, what time they clock in, what time do they feeding the cow. Kalau you on project yang basing, you focus on basing. Macam mana? You kena tahu juga yang feeding, basing. After feeding, which one? Basing first, feeding. Bila basing, bila feeding. You kena tahu dia punya link, the way dia punya flow of dia punya handling the cattle cow. Mungkin dia kena mana? Feeding or basing pun tengok. Which one first? So you kena tahu dia punya, what we call it, dia punya behavior pekerja dia. Dia punya flow of work dia macam mana, how they clock in, bila dia basing dia, bila dia feeding dia, how much quantity, macam mana product, how much quantity of food, kalau yang feeding, how much quantity of food they feed. Kalau basing dia, macam mana cara dia basing. Kalau kita be there, that is much better. Tetapi kalau too bad lah, kita tak be there. Terus kalau you can contact them, they can send you some video ke, maybe they, not just video, they can, you ada communication. Yang penting sekarang ni, dengan our client, you must have communication lah. Kalau you can WhatsApp ke apa. Tetapi don't bothering them too much. Nanti dia akan report juga nanti kan. UTM punya student ni kacau. Tetapi we are doing for them actually. Actually they normally to me, of course they will layan pasal you are their potential. We cakap kita ni adalah klien dia orang. Actually klien in term of kita helping them for their project. Maybe their boss bagi signal to them to whatever student UTM. Kalau us, you have to help them lah. Mungkin hopefully you will be like that. So kita cakap the best kalau kita visit dekat apa ni, kita visit, kita tahu all the issue. You collect all the data that you can collect. The more data you collect, input yang you dapat is, you mean you punya foundation will be strong. You know all the parameters, you know all the boundary and all the issue, you tahu apa cerita dia. So you know how to settle this project. So it give you ni. Kalau kita sama-sama ni quite problem macam tapi lah online ni yang problem ni, kita cakap kita still in vague. Tapi itulah cakap, kalau feed mill susah nak dapat, jangan terlalu depend on that. One thing is you go for something similar punya farm industry yang competitors, tengok from internet semua ini. Okay, that's one thing you buat background studies. Understand kelas Alright. Bila kita sekarang ni, bila you jumpa, okay, our client is our feed mill Saujana, Saujana feed mill ni, then you go there. Okay, sekarang ni, kalau katakan you communicate dengan orang, you punya client ni, kita work from them lah, you ada design consultant. They just give you input by talking to you. They don't provide you any official input. They don't have any document to send to you. You just talk. Kalau you visit there, katakan let's say you visit to their place, they will talk, you will catat tau. You catat dalam all you punya logbook, you punya buku catatan. So each one of you kena catat. Kalau visit, saya make sure all the team member dia bukan seorang saja. Semua bawa, I ask them bawa small book, catat apa point-point semua. Pasal itu adalah information yang penting, you mesti catat semua. Okay, so kena itu bila your client talking to you, they just stop. They don't have any document. They just stop. They show you all the things there semua. You kena catat all the input. Okay, after that, when you come back to your college, okay, macam you online, you come back together, you and your group, what you should do, you kena preparekan what we call it, ada satu ringkasan projek tau. We call it project brief. Ataupun saya, to me is design brief. Atau some lecturer call it project brief. You kena buat one page project brief. Faham? You kena buat satu project brief, one page. So dia flow dia macam ni. I show you on the betul my slide ni. Boleh nampak slide ni. Boleh nampak tak slide ni? Kelas.
Boleh Doktor. Nampak.
Boleh Doktor. Okay, kalau animate ni, tadi saya kelas tadi, my previous class, kalau dia yang, kalau animate dia, nampak animate tak macam ni? Nampak tak? Nampak? Dia tak nampak my previous class tadi.
Nampak Doktor.
Kelas drawing saya, nampak Nampak bergerak tak? Itulah my drawing classes, I want to show animate construction geometry, tak boleh. I don't know. Ini dapat design, okay. Okay, mula-mula recognition, FCC ini design process. So, you kena tahu design process ni, you kena hafal Ini, you kena tahu dia, you punya backbone. You have to go to this now. So we are at the first stage, recognition of need. Recognition of need ni sebenarnya, actually recognition of need ni, you find your own title. You propose to me pun boleh. Dulu when I am handling system design, I ask the student, okay, you are final year. I want you to be independent. You propose me your title. Yang really ada yang I will approve it. So they propose me itu. That's what recognition of the why they want to design. Tetapi this one, your title already be given to you. I already assign you title. Okay. So you choose either basing or feeding system. Cattle basing or cattle feeding. Okay. What I should do, you contact dengan client. Okay. Title, you already there. You have title. Okay. You contact with your client. Kalau dapat pun tak apalah. That's why I cakap you kaji from internet, you kaji from any similar. Okay, let's say you choose feeding system. Okay, there are two group choosing basing. Okay, you choose feeding system. Okay, you choose basing system. Okay, you contact yang you try to contact kalau boleh. Sarjana feed me. Kalau boleh lah, you ada contact person. Kalau untuk feeding macam mana dia handling, get some input data. Bila we talk to your client, dia akan talk back to you. Dia akan cakap through phone, WhatsApp lah. Better conversation through phone lah. WhatsApp ni secondary. Pasal through phone, actually the best visit there. Visit is the best. Second, kalau tak boleh kita conversation through phone. You bercakap, dia akan talk to you. Dia talk to you, you kena catat lah apa benda input. Okay, so you get know how decision, what is the scenario there happening, apa dia cerita you, macam mana cara dia handling. Maybe they show you, hopefully lah, they show you some video, how they handling ni, kalau boleh lah. Pukul berapa dia clock in, dia feeding the cow, how many amount, benda all these things, you have to prepare tau. Macam you have to prepare apa yang you nak input data. Berapa amount, berapa frequent, how many cows, benda-benda important ni. So ini tak ada, you kena be independent. You and group have to be really creative to find input data yang relevant. Macam how many cow do they have there, macam mana cara feeding system, production rate, how much quantity, macam mana cara the labor work they do clock in kan. How do they feed the cow, macam mana cara manual they do, what type of food, benda ni saya tak payah cakap. You have to, this thing you dah prepare tau to ask them. Jangan kepala kosong baru nak tanya diorang, tak boleh. You have to prepare. So you are a group of 5, you kena prepare kan this thing. What is the punya ni lah, you kena prepare. You catat dulu, you sit down with your group, discuss apa type of input data you nak. Macam what is the, so saya cakap manual labor dia macam mana. I tak boleh recall apa yang cakap tadi. I hope you understand what I mean. You preparekan what is the input important you were supposed to ask. Dia punya cara behavior manual dia, how do they work, what time do they clean in, what time do they feed the cow, how much quantity they feed, what is the food they use, how much quantity, what is the banyak, a lot of things. Operating temperature, is it indoor, is it outdoor? Itu important, you kena tahu kan. Is it indoor, dia dalam kandang kan, in the cage kan, is it outdoor for feeding? Same go for basing lah. So yang mana relevant, you kena tanya indoor, what is the operating temperature there, penting. It's all input important data. Benda ni tak ada standard tau. So you have to be creative enough to prepare what type of information you are needed. Kalau you get all this valuable information, nanti good. You punya PDS you very strong. A lot of information that could have your PDS, you can set you punya requirement for you to generate ideas tu memang strong. Pasal you punya foundation, you punya PDS very good. Jadi you nampak clear picture what you going conceptual design, your ideas tu macam mana to solve their problem. Okay, so that's why you kena interview, you jumpa, you cakap dengan dia, find input, they talk to you. Okay, one way, bila you cakap dengan klien tu, kadang-kadang you nak kena, the first time tu cakap, you bila tu you kena buat the first thing lah cakap, you kena prepare the design brief, design brief ni, atau we could call it project brief lah, ringkasan project. Pasal design brief ni is something that you share information. After you visit your client, you talk to them, you conversation dengan your client. Ini pasalnya ini adalah at the beginning, beginning. Macam muncul anything dengan your client. Your client tak ada prepare. They don't have to prepare design brief. Design brief is you. You are the design consultant. They hired you. You work for them lah. You want to solve their problem. You are the design consultant. So they don't, not your client buat the design brief. Pasal they don't prepare anything. They just hired you to solve their problem. So you are as a professional. So you have to prepare only one page. It's a one page. Design brief is not 2 pages. We call it project brief or design brief atau ringkasan projek. Ringkasan projek in Malay. Atau something we call executive summary pun boleh. Masa saya belajar, we call it executive summary. Design brief or what we call this thing, or project brief, is just one page. One page yang clearly dia, because from there, dia macam a simple word yang can explain about the project, what you want to solve dengan you punya client. So you will provide, you prepare this design brief, one page, and it is for you and your team member and also for your client. We send to them. So this, bila you dah prepare design brief, you share among your team member lah, pasal you as a team kan. Okay, you have one copy, you know the design brief, and you share also dengan your client. So design brief is just one page. It's what like ringkasan what you going to do. Understand tak? Ringkasan what you are going to do. Pasal you tahu apa, okay, pasal you kena choose lah title. Let's say you want to go for feeding, or you want to go for bathing. Okay, ringkasan apa, what you want to do, apa you want to solve. Macam tu lah cerita. What you going to do. Okay. Design brief ada banyak version, ada banyak version. Tapi ada simplest method of, pasal why design brief cakap? Design brief because dia ada clear problem statement. From design brief ni, pasal design brief just one page. Dia mula one page only. Tapi from there, dia punya the sentence, the wording tu dia concise tau. Dia solid, dia solid. Tapi dia very easy statement. Dia clear statement. Dia ada clear problem statement. Because from bila you read your design brief and you give to your client also, your client then, your client you show to person in charge of the sarjana filming, bila dia read, dia pun agree. Like executive summary lah, ringkasan projek. Macam like abstract of your, macam thesis ada abstract kan. Dia nak cakap synopsis abstract, tapi abstract actually what have been done lah. Macam thesis, you dah buat sampai habis, sampai pasal, that is abstract. Nanti you akan buat report kan, you punya major report of your project, itu orang kau, you ada abstract lah mula-mula. Tapi it is not abstract. Abstract you dah done, daripada design sampai habis, prototype, dan you buat report, ada abstract. Tapi ini macam what we call it, bukan synopsis, bukan abstract. It's kind like what you are planning to do. Pasal you baru start, you belum solve lagi problem ni. What you going to do, apa you want to solve. Itu yang ringkasan, this what we call design brief. Clear problem statement. Apa yang you punya, like we call it objective, and macam like more or less is like objective and scope lah. Macam you punya FYP kan, objective and scope. Tapi dia bukan objective and scope, dia more kepada ringkasan what you. Okay, the point is to get a clear problem statement. Clear problem statement. Okay, one way to put another example of this what ini you punya first task guys. Kita tak boleh wait for feed meal, sarjana feed meal guys. Kita lambat pasal dia orang pun very busy. We cannot wait nanti nanti dah next week, dah minggu kedua lambat. So one way to do that design brief ni banyak version of design. You can call it project brief. Okay, clear problem statement nanti ulang. Okay, design brief ni yang first stage tu. Boleh nampak Hello.
Boleh doktor.
Boleh.
Okay.
Boleh doktor.
Design brief ni is a document for design project. Ini masa you start. Kadang-kadang you show to your client mula-mula sekali. The first thing you show, you give them design brief lah. Of course they need to know. They are your client. Okay. Your client is the person that give you the project. Itu you punya client lah. Pasal you are design consultant. You give them design, you prepare the design document. One page only. Okay, for design project. Developed by a person or team. You lah, a team. The designer or design team in consultation with the client. Apa in consultation with your client. Consultation. Just one page only. Pasal it's a written plan. They identify a problem to be solved, its criteria and constraint. Macam tu lah. You just one page saja. You write a written plan that identifies A problem you nak solve, apa dia. Tapi you ada dua you problem. Seorang bidding, seorang feeding kan. Jangan buat dua-dua, tak boleh lah pasal kita ada dua kategori. Kalau you go for feeding lah. You go for feeding. Problem to be solved, criteria dia and its constraint. Contoh, one page. Okay. Benda ni is used, dia nak encourage thinking of aspect of problem before achieving solution. Dia pasal from there, nanti bila kita nak generate idea letter dalam design thinking, we want to solve the problem lah. When we are at stage of conceptual design. Ini benda ni, design brief ni mula-mula sekali. Is that our initial tau, ada clear problem. So that kita can see all the direction lah. Kita akan go for nanti all the direction. Kita can see the boundary. Dia adalah yang statement yang mula-mula, problem statement yang main tau. Dia punya keyword tu yang main one. Dia main one punya keyword. Macam you punya statement you akan cakap adakah benda ni you boleh decide. Ini machine. Are you going to design cow feeding machine or are you going to design cow feeding system? Machine ni dia macam one compact, betul tak guys? Kalau you focus on machine ni you kena tengok scope ni. Kalau machine ni you fokus, kalau machine ni more or less kita fokus on one cow saja kan. Kalau you system lah, macam you fikir, that's why you kena decide, you kena discuss dengan your client. You nak fokus macam mana you want to solve problem. Pasal the whole cattle tu kan, you tengok berapa capacity. You punya ni system ni, machine you macam a big scale machine lah. Macam yang bersatu kita kat system. You ada module-module, mula-mula like this, they will do. Dia macam satu system you propose lah. About cow feeding. I'm talking about feeding. Kalau bedding another issue. Adakah nak design machine ataupun you boleh macam discuss with people. Itulah pasal dia bukan solution guys. Dia macam ada kelas cakap macam kind dia ada general statement apa you want to solve. So dia written plan identify problem to be solved, its criteria and constraint. Normally dalam di sini you tak boleh letak solution. You macam statement yang apa problem you nak solve, apa criteria dan constraint dia. Okay, from design brief tu dia encourage lah thinking of, masuk dia kalau, saya cakap, saya mungkin tersalah cakap yang twisted sikit yang you jangan decide, my mistake. Jangan decide, design brief jangan decide you nak buat, jangan dulu, my mistake, guys. Jangan cakap you nak buat focus on one, that mistake, my mistake guys. I repeat balik, correction. Jangan cakap terlalu spesifik, itu solution. You nak focus on one cow, tak boleh, no. Kita tak tahu lagi. Betul lah guys. Kita tak tahu lagi apa kita nak buat. So, dia general statement saja. Jadi, kalau you punya statement tu terlalu spesifik. Kalau dalam design brief, you punya statement cakap you nak focus on one cow. To design machine tu, you focus. Jadi, you punya solution, you and your team member develop, you focus mesti kepada hanya satu tu, untuk cow saja. Jadi, you tak thinking all aspect lain tak. Tapi, you punya statement dalam design brief ni, dia all possible solution. Maybe, itulah cakap. Saya betulkan apa yang cakap tadi. It could be, maybe you focus on 3 cows or maybe you focus on the whole batch of calf dalam the cage lah, kandang tu lah. How many calf, macam mana you punya dia all aspect of problem before intending a solution. Dia kan general statement. Do not too specific. Kalau specific, you focus, you cakap ni mesti automatic dalam you punya problem statement dalam design brief, itu tak boleh. Itu dah terlalu specific. Itu just general dulu. Okay, it outline the deliverable and scope of the project, including any product of work, function, logistic, timing and budget. Ini dia outline kan scope. Kalau boleh lah pun boleh juga. Okay, one way to do design brief like this. Okay, another definition of design brief. Okay, satu cara design brief. Kalau yang susah nak buat, ini yang saya terang dalam in my I2D class pun dia macam ni. In my intro to design kan, I ada student tu buat design brief. Macam ni. What you going to design? Macam kalau you susah nak buat, okay, discuss with your group macam ni. One way, dia punya basic formula to make easy version of design brief. Just short statement, what you are going to make, why you are going to make it, and for whom you are making it for. And also, maybe you ada 2 paragraph. Pasal saya cakap ada 1 page kan, that will be your first paragraph. The second paragraph will be your constraint. Okay, constraint ni important. Constraint ni yang you, itulah, kalau you visit there, you will know all the scenario what happened there. Apa dia punya limitation of dia punya size kandang, dia punya cage size limitation, dia punya situation of maybe of dia punya temperature, dia punya is it outdoor or is it indoor. Benda dia general statement lah. That what we call constraint. That one, the constraint ni yang kita letak on the second paragraph. Okay, it should be an open-ended statement. Maksud dia open-ended. statement. Macam seperti yang maksud dia open statement seperti yang tadi punya explanation, dia very dia open to any kind of solution. Do not too specific. Do not attempt to put solution. So cakap, in design brief, do not put solution. Jangan put solution. You cakap you want to do it by automatically by using Arduino. No, totally wrong. You cakap by doing. You dah fokus solution kan. You dah pasal dalam kepala your brain memang fikir Arduino. Pasal you memang expert on Arduino control system. You want to do it. No, that is totally wrong. Design brief is a general statement. Pasal that Arduino ke apa benda you nak pakai, itu belum lagi. Itu masa conceptual design. That is solution. Belum. Kalau you dah ada design brief, you dah letak, you want to do this, itu dah, you dah specific, you dah narrow you punya scope. You dah narrow you punya scope. So, you tak open kepada, because dalam design ni, rasa kita generate alternative. Solution kita can be a lot. Anything, varies, berbagai-bagai. Creativity macam-macam. Kalau you put too narrow, at the beginning, you punya statement too narrow scope. Jadi, you punya solution tu, dia hinder your creativity. You tak boleh go more beyond. Pasal you dah focus on that, tak boleh. So, you have to be open-ended statement. Faham tak guys? Hello?
Faham, Doktor.
Faham Jadi, what you going to design, why you going to make it, what are you going to make, 3W What you going to make, why you going to make it, and for whom you make it. Okay, what tu apa? What tu korang punya case apa, what? Ya, kau punya projek ni apa dia?
Cheating or basic.
We korang nak dalam design brief korang fokus I am ke we? Korang write dalam design brief. Korang bahasakan. Yes, we. You are a team. We, not I. I is seorang singular. We are going to design. Apa? We are going. Okay, let's say you are feeding. Apa you cakap? Apa you tulis? Sekarang, I'll give you. Cepat sikit. Okay, I'll give you. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute. Macam mana buat statement? First paragraph dulu. What, why and whom. Jangan nak tahu you punya wording. Cepat sikit. Home tu siapa? Siapa home? Home tu apa? Who is your home?
Sarjana fit meal.
Tu sarjana fit meal. Okay, cuba buat sentence, do sentence yang first paragraph ni. Kau ada group kan? Cuba discuss in group. I came back to you. 5 minit. Boleh? Content tu kejap lagi kita discuss. Prepare the wording. First paragraph tu. What you going to design, what you... Tapi kau kena decide sekarang lah. You have to decide which one nak buat feeding, which one nak buat bathing. Saya pause kemarin. I get back to you dalam 2-3 minit. I give you lah. Pasal kita masuk very compressed lah. 3 minit. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hello class. Are you there?
Yes, Doktor.
Alright, semua ada Okay, kalau what macam ni kita nak write? Nanti you pun tak kena buat project brief ni, kena buat ni. Ini will show to your client juga ni. You have to, you as a team nanti you get the contact person there, ataupun you don't wait for me lah, try. Saya pun tak tahu siapa contact person. Guys, are you listening or not? Yang lain nak masuk balik ke apa?
Yes, Doktor.
Yes. Okay, somebody, Amirul, siapa tadi? Are you recording it? Still recording?
Ya, Doktor. Still recording.
Okay, kak. You recording. Pasal saya nak share, dia ada section ni. Pasal, I got to share the thing. Boleh You record Okay, sekarang ni how do we prepare this? Apa ni, okay, pasal ni, design brief ni is very important. Ni nak show you punya mutual understanding dengan your client. Sarjana fit meal. You kena show them. Pasal nampak professionality kat situ. Show your professional lah. Pasal you macam like professional lah, you show the project brief with this what we're going to do. Because bila you visit their place, you communicate with them. They just talk, you talk, they talk. Betul lah. Tapi tak ada kind like a standard punya agreement yang clear picture apa yang you nak buat. Dia macam dia you don't have to be 2 pages. Just 1 pages. 1 pages. Pasal ini yang friendly version lah. Tapi dia very concise. Statement tu concise. What, why, whom and plus concept. Okay. Kalau what, why, whom tu you nak tulis apa tadi? What do you write? Right. Okay, let's go for feeding. Macam mana? We are going to design. Tapi tak apalah, janganlah follow apa yang cakap. You tapi roughly you get the picture lah. Okay, apa contohnya tadi? We are going to design feeding. Tak apa lagi, you buat.
Ada buat, Doktor.
Okay, we are going to design a cow feeding system. Why? Why tu apa? Lepas tu, we are going to design first video. Mungkin you boleh combine the two sentence. Why tu? Why you design the cow feeding system? What? Keyword to reduce apa? Reduce man. Nampak kan saya cakap tadi kan? Apa? What the purpose you want to do this cow feeding system? To reduce apa? To simplify or to reduce or what? Macam you ada nice word. To simplify, to solve problem tak boleh. You kena one nice word. To apa macam mana? Mungkin to solve
time management.
Reduce time management. Tak boleh. Saya tak suka sangat ayat tu. Reduce time management. Boleh. Part of it lah. Memang lah. Reduce time management. Dari yang word yang cantik. Yang macam to reduce. Bukan kita cakap. Saya pun tak sure. Maybe I'm wrong. So you propose to me. Word yang cantik.
Kalau to improve quality of feeding and cattle growth.
Yeah. That's good. Itu cantik. Itu saya suka. General kan. Dia tak ada solution tak, dia open ended. To improve sekali lagi. To improve
quality of feeding and cattle growth.
That one I like it. Faham tak yang lain? Faham tak? Tapi konteks mesti sama lah. Kalau dia macam statement tu cantik. Okay, tu lepas tu home. Home tu apa? The next sentence tu.
Sarjana fit meal.
Tak boleh cakap macam ni. Wording tu ayat tu cantik. Macam ayat. Yelah, sarjana fit meal lah. You boleh sambungkan the wording tu. You boleh sambung ke one sentence. Tapi yang penting wording tu, the word must be concise lah. Faham tak? Concise mean dia solid and simple statement. Nah, dia tak macam winding punya word. Tak boleh. Remember when you SPM, ingat tak? Ingat tak SPM, you belajar SPM dulu? Tak tahulah sekarang. Your cikgu, your teacher ask you to do ringkasan project. You want to get grade A for your BM, ringkasan project. Ringkasan karangan. Karangan di give you long essay and you buat ringkasan. Macam tu lah dia. Dia ringkasan. Tapi benda ni belum buat. Actually you prepare a bit. Tapi you punya tu ringkasan tu word tu nice. Dia cantik. It's good kalau you prepare project brief. Okay, to home tu okay. I don't want to waste time kat sini. To home tu I understand. You want to home you punya client apa? You make a nice word that you want to get design for. Who's your exact client? Sarjana fit meal Okay, now we are talking. Itu first paragraph lah. Normally what home ni first paragraph. I'm talking to you ni. This one way to do design brief. Kalau you look on internet, there's a lot of way. Mungkin ada cara approach lain. Tapi this is one way, simple way to a nice design brief. What, why, home, and to me, what, why, home. Another paragraph is constraint. Okay, talking about constraint. What is constraint? Constraint tu apa? Constraint tu apa? Okay, kalau you visit there, I cakap again, kalau you visit, you know the situation. Constraint is kind like apa limitation je lah. Constraint, dia punya, kadang-kadang you want to focus macam contoh, you pergi there, you tengok, you visit dia punya kandang cattle tu lah kan, kandang lembu tu. You tengok dia dalam case tu semua tu, you tengok sama adakah dia fokus on indoor kan. Dia yang important tau, dia not too specific. Dia banyak, kalau you visit a lot of constraint, you tengok dia punya narrow pass, dia punya pass dilalu berapa jai, itu semua constraint. Itu you dah input data dalam you punya buku notebook, you catat bila kalau you visit. Berapa size kandang, what is the size of the kandang setiap lembu, berapa dia punya laluan, what is the width. How many area occupied, how many lembu there. Tapi kalau you put too much constraint dalam design brief memang tak muat. Pasal design brief just one page. Dia yang important, yang general punya constraint. Macam dia punya limitation. Macam for example constraint like you boleh decide. Pasal you do when you discuss with your client, you visit there, you communicate with them, they will cakap they are focusing on indoor. Nampak tak? Indoor kan? Lembu tu indoor. Dia bukan outdoor pasal kita tak tahu feeding ni can be outdoor. Okay, indoor dia dalam case indoor. Okay, you itu macam ada general statement. Okay, general statement. Apa tu dia punya dia fokus this system or machine gun is for focus on indoor purpose lah, for indoor cattle, for indoor. Macam mana you write the right word lah, that is constraint. Okay, but constraint should ada lagi lah, macam in term yang important punya constraint, not terlalu spesifik, macam saya dekat size lembu panjang, macam boleh tetapi tak muat, terlalu too much pun kadang-kadang pening juga kalau as a design brief. Tetapi yang important saja, macam not just about the size of the cage keadaan, mungkin about constraint in term of you visit, you talk with your client, they are talking about how much quantity per how much in terms of production rate. Production rate mean how much they want to, they are sometimes bila you talk to a client, they expect you pun tak tahu, you tak ada focus how much how many cows macam dia punya production rate you want to feeding, macam dia punya amount of quantity, volume flow rate, how many you want to feed at what certain rate. Itu pun boleh can be put at the constraint. Understand tak guys? Yang important one dulu. Dia bukan solution, dia is parameter lah, constraint that nanti kita tahu our limitation apa kat mana yang important design brief. Mungkin betul lah cakap tentang more specific like the size of the cage kalau boleh letak, tapi not too much lah macam dia punya each cage punya size, the lembu punya age pun. Sebenarnya all I think bila you go there, you buat background studies, you interview with your client tu, dia akan cerita awak macam-macam. Lembu tu age berapa, what is the age of the lembu yang they are feeding, apa dia punya category of size dia, mungkin dari segi weight of the lembu, apa dia makan, what do the lembu eat kan. All tu adalah very important, you jot down lah. Tetapi you cannot put too much juga dalam design brief. Itu semua all part, itu is all the constraint. Constraint macam yang, constraint mean like, boleh katakan like criteria or what you call it, like requirement lah yang kita perlu for us to design lah. The limitation lah, limitation it's kind like limitation. Constraint ni more kepada limitation in general. Macam itu dekat indoor, kita tak go for outdoor. Limitation kepada indoor. For example, maybe dia punya environment, operating temperature, tapi we don't put too much. You understand what I mean guys? Understand what I mean? Yang general punya constraint. Jadi dia one page lah. Sampai one page. Itulah. Tapi syarat dia dalam design brief, you do not put solution. You don't put solution. Banyak I can talk to you. Constraint ni kalau you visit tu lah, yang most important lah, maybe production rate, dia punya indoor, outdoor, how many cattle they want to settle lah. Itu important. The important constraint. Yang penting, yang dia punya prime constraint tu. How many cattle you want to settle for feeding? How many cattle you want to settle on one shot for bathing? Macam tu lah. Production rate dia berapa? Itulah. Itu production rate. Itu mungkin indoor or outdoor. That one is an important constraint. Mungkin dari segi size limitation mungkin. The cage punya size. Kalau you visit tu bagus. You tengok, you measure. You tanya dia how many size for dalam dia punya cage kandang tu. How many quantity of dia punya lembu there. Kan? Adakah they want to further make a bigger size, or our system ni can be they want to enlarge lagi dia punya, atau dia limit memang tu kita design a system yang make it improve dia punya manual labor lah. Tu kita tengok mungkin the size mungkin boleh, yang important tu mungkin the size of the cage. Kalau dia fokus indoor, the size of the cage berapa, and mungkin operate something like yang important punya input data as a limitation, constraint for you to design. This one is not solution, constraint. Understand, guys? Faham? Faham? Understand?
Macam mana tu? Understand tu?
Okay, jadi one page saja. Dia bukan tu. 2 pages, no. It's not design brief. Dia one page, tapi very concise. That's design brief. Ni contoh lah design brief. Ini boleh lah explain to you. Ini simple one lah. Macam ni design brief cakap why who plus constraint kan? Plus constraint. What why who plus constraint. What plus. Okay, kalau you tengok ini I'm going to design a hallway product. Ini example. Hallway product which primarily stores newspaper. Ini simple design brief. I'm going to design a hallway product which primarily stores newspaper, letters, magazine and flyers aimed families with young children. Ini what why whom. Which one is what? What why whom. Which one is what? Class, can you see the slide or not?
Yes, Prof. The what is
Yes.
product and
Why?
store newspaper, letter, magazine,
Home.
flyers,
Home.
with young children.
Home siapa? Families with young children. Okay, you might get confused. Okay, sir. I cakap what, why, whom. So who is the whom? Kalau your case home ni customer, who's your user? User siapa? You punya system of cow bathing and cow feeding. Who's your the user? Itu also important, right? Tadi home. Tadi cakap we are going to design a cow feeding system that will tadi cakap tadi improve tadi. Nice word tadi, improve apa tadi You take the one as example. And the home is apa? Design. Actually the home siapa? Tadi something conflict tadi about the home. The home is a company or the user of your machine. Sorry, I want to make a correction there.
User of the machine.
Yeah, IT, yeah. It's supposed to. Correct me if I'm wrong, hold on. It should not be, walaupun cakap home, bukan. You design for the company. Actually, home to who gonna use. Sorry guys. Pembetulan. Tadi mungkin I just saying that the home to Sarjana Feed. Sorry, collection of that. Not Sarjana Feed Mill. Dia punya pekerja dia. Sorry guys. Ni sorry. Saya cakap ni nanti salah faham. The home ni, dia punya, the one who wanna use you punya system, you punya machine. Pekerja dia lah. Pekerja dia. From there, because ini, you ada jenis, pekerja dia. Nanti later on, you will find info. Pekerja dia itu later. You don't have to put dalam design brief. Dia pekerja tu, dia punya age dia berapa. Tetapi, dalam design brief ada measure. Pekerja Sarjana Feed Mill. Home tu is the pekerja, the workers at the Sarjana who are handling you punya, use your machine. Nanti later on, you don't put to specific under constraint about dia punya age, tapi nanti later on, from there you tahu, pekerja dia nanti you and your one of your team member will search on dia punya pekerja. Dia punya age dia siapa, apa umur dia, jantina apa kan. Pasal dia want important nanti for ergonomic punya ni. All this is important data you bring. From there you can know past direction you can get information. Pasal you have to know who's gonna use your machine. Nanti in term of yalah, of course lah, you want to make our product, our machine, siapa who gonna use, nanti kita will satisfy the needs of the user, the user, kerja dia, sorry, bukan company, sorry guys, company is the user. Okay, ni contoh lagi, I want to design, sikit tak apa, mind, okay, I want to design, yes.
Sorry, I have a question, Doctor. For the womb, supposedly, okay, the design is going to use by the workers actually. They're going to operate the system, but then the thing going to get benefit from it is the cow. Which one supposed to be the end user?
Okay. Actually, it's the user. Pasal the cow is the medium. Memang, because to feed the cow. Because the cow is the animal. Pasal we are design the system. Okay. The system ni, in this, good question. Make these things for a while. Kalau for user, what, why, whom? Whom normally is the person who is going to use your machine, who is going to use, operate. Macam if you design a consumer product, you design a washing machine. The user is not the clothes, is the person who operate lah, the person in indoor lah. Apa ni, home person. That is your user. But in our case, we want to feed a cow. Okay, good question. The cow in terms of, we cannot say the cow gonna use Okay, let's say we are trying to feed the cow or we try to bathe the cow. So the user tu should be kalau your machine tu dia the people who gonna operate. Pasal in design ni, we have for example why the user is people who use your machine. Pasal in design one of dia punya element that you must have is ergonomic. When they operate your machine, so we need to identify the user tu siapa. We need to make study who's going to use your machine. Pasal the user in terms of interaction between the machine, your design, your machine or your system with the operator, human interaction. So we need to know in terms the size of your machine must be fairly suit. Ergonomic, I mean the people can easily operate. It's not too big, not too small, easy to handle. In terms of the size of the people. That's why the user in our case is the people who operate the machine, the workers, not the cow. Even of course, our project is what to feeding the cow. Cow is part of our main thing lah. We want for our machine. Cow is not the cow is not using our machine. The cow is just waiting to be feeded and waiting to be feeded to be bathed. Okay, understand? Alright, am I answering your question?
Understand.
Alright, okay. Design brief yang this one, you can tengok this one example. I want to design make ini yang ada constraint. Yang tadi just now no constraint, ini ada constraint. I'm going to design make a stationary organizer intended for people between age 15 and 35. Ini I, sorry. I ni kadang-kadang in design sometimes happen lah, you single person. Mungkin individual project. Sorry. Tapi normally in design you are a team. Tapi ni I'm going to design make a stationary organizer. Organizer ni stationary organizer mean on your table top lah. You are college, you punya table on your desk. You have a stationary organizer that could handle easy. You can mount your A4 paper, your ruler, your stationery organized rather than you have messing around on top of your table. Okay, I'm going to design make a stationary organizer intended for people between the age of 15 and 35, mainly students. Its purpose is to keep an area junk free and would enable the user to find things more quickly. The environment that the product will be used in the bedroom and may be sold inside. Nampak tak dia ada constraint there? Nampak tak there's a little bit environment that the product. Nampak tak? Okay, what is what home here? Whatever. Hello class.
Stationary organizer.
Jangan what? Home? Why? What to why? Whatever. To keep area junk free kan. Enable user to find things. Okay, yang korang punya case tadi, yang tadi wording tu saya suka. Dapat remember yang tadi. Yang tadi cakap time management tu lah, improvekan tak. Itu part of it. Tetapi yang dia ada general yang tadi good. Yang tadi punya wording. Macam ni to keep area itu ada dia punya ni. Itu why. Home dia siapa? Yang ni. Age 15 to 35. Nampak tak? That's home. To answer 15. Normally home ni you design for who? Who gonna use you punya product or maybe who macam you punya will operate use your product who? Because we know nampak the age between macam you labor farm punya worker dekat Saujana feed me. You kena mula-mula you cakap dia punya macam mana dia punya worker dia lah yang focus for worker for doing the feeding. Nanti later on then you can find more research lah. Later on you and your group member will go for that. Okay, the worker you have one of your team member kena fokus on the worker tu, dia punya age berapa. Nanti one of you will do ergonomic study. Not all of you. One is because you as a team. One focus on ergonomic study. Tengok dia punya size, dia punya height. Kalau you tak boleh online, you boleh check lah average, you boleh check. Nanti I will teach you lah anthropometric data, percentile, either 50%, 95%, so on. Itu apa kan? Itu later on after masa close to the end, you ergonomic study of your project. Itu dah nampak tak? In design principle dah ada home tu who gonna use. Pasal penting. Tapi dia general dulu. Nanti yang more detail later on. Okay, yang this one ni apa dia punya constraint? Nampak ada konsep environment that product will be used in the bedroom, nampak tak? Maybe sold in stationery shop. Itu constraint lah. Faham tak guys? Hello? Itu constraint. Tapi yours is more, little bit more lah, not simple like this. This one is a simple one lah. I don't want to keep. Okay, ini contoh tak apalah this one lah. Ini example yang dulu I2D punya project. Ini yang this one design brief. Nampak dia actually this one is one page only. Combine ni. Ini projek ni, this project we give to student for introduction design. Dia macam ni, projek ni kita ask them to do a machine, a simple machine that will convey 6 eggs in a container and bring this at point A and will transfer the 6 eggs to the point B. Dah explain Tommy. Because ini lecturer already give. Ini they don't have the client is lecturer give them project pasal dia ada competition on this. They have to bring the 6 eggs to from point A to point B is at this one, the diagonal point B, and at point B at certain time to 15 to 20 seconds it will drop the 6 eggs to the ground at point C straight down and the eggs will not be broken. Itu punya competition. From point A 6 eggs at point A bring to point B and then it will release all these eggs drop to the ground at point C vertically down, free drop, no supporting, free drop, gravity, free drop, no broken to the egg. Make sure that the egg is not broken. All the eggs are not broken. So they have to design the machine. So they don't have client. This thing they need to have to simulate like farm industry apa. Like this thing they have to have client. Tapi the lecturer give it. The lecturer already give them all the scenario. So they have to prepare the design brief. The lecturer gives them some certain project, certain document. This one you want to do the rule of competition and the cakap you must use dalam they also say that we told the student not to use small motor can use, not to use any kind of power point from the AC outlet. No AC outlet point. You can use allow batteries only. And if you want to use motor or small motors, not more than 5 motors. That's all constraint. Nampak tak? The one that gives you the project, the lecturer lah. Actually, the organizer of the competition, they have a rules. You can use only not more than 5 mini motors, battery not more than 20. This is all constraint. Nampak tak? When student, we talk to the student, we just talk. Student jot down all the input data, then they got to translate. This is from the student as copyright. So they make a design brief. Nampak tak? When they do the design brief, jadi the student, dia clear, nampak, they can see the problem statement. Kalau they don't prepare anything, they just remind on their mind, tak boleh. They cannot share among team member. Not just for the lecture, this for you among your team member. Bila you have this thing, you share, then okay, you and your team member read, then you clear, you know. Both of you and your team member at the same kita cakap the same input data, the same thing. Kalau tak ada, you don't make design brief, so your friend punya perception must be different. Your another team member perception dia different kalau you tak ada design brief. Dia punya perception tak sama. You want to standardize, you want to coordinate and standardize kan. Everybody have the same perception. The answer is design brief. Understand tak? So they clear understand dia punya problem statement. That's why they about problem statement kena clear. Not just for your client, you should also them also for you and your team member. Okay, this one. Okay, the student do it like this. In order to design a product, okay, for their project lah dulu this one. They need to design a machine. In order to design a product, they resembling a production plant because we told them this is to resemble a production plant in farm industry. Yang egg punya farm ni lah. Chicken egg farm resembling a production plant. So they just ni lah, okay. In order to design a product that resembling a production plant in farm industry, we nampak they are a team. We are going to design and build a device or machine that could transport a load consist of 6 eggs. Nampak tak? Ada thing. Nice wording the concept. Pasal ni the lecturer just stops here. So they jot down, they put a nice word. 6 eggs from a starting point A to finishing point C in safe condition. Nampak? Dia from A, C. C tu dia punya landing zone lah, dia punya drop zone. Tetapi dia ada B before that. To reach point C safely, the load must be paused for 50. This is all constraint. Nampak tak? Dia ada combine juga. Dia ada kind of mix. They have what and why and home. What do you want to design machine to transport to what lah? Device or machine that could transport load consists of 6 eggs. Itu what? Why dia tu? Dia ada mix to reach point C. Why? Okay. To reach point C safely, the load must be paused for 15 to 20 seconds. Ini adalah cerita. This is not why guys. This is not why. This is what constraint. You can make constraint. Tak mesti cakap yang what, why, home, first paragraph, constraint cakap. Not necessary to do that. You can mix. Okay, pause for 15 seconds at point B. I mean, intermediate. At point B, they pause it. Which is 500 millimeter vertically above point C. Nampak tak? Point B to 500 millimeter above point C. Okay. The load will be then be released. Pasal this all the input data they get from the lecturer, so they write down which point to read by point C. The load will then be released to point C. I mean the load, the 6x will be the 6, because the load to 6x will be then released to point C from point B. Each x in the loading must have more than 50% of its surface exposure. This all constraint. Nampak tak input? Pasal when we give the student this project, kita cakap, so a lecturer give a lot of rules you have to obey. Because any kind of competition, nanti we afraid that nanti student when they design anything, they bring because the point is to drop from point B to point C. We don't want the egg get broken. We are afraid that the student might cheat. They just wrap all the eggs with sponge. Of course, it will drop. You will not get broken. So that is a rule. Nampak tak? That's what we call constraint. Ni yang constraint. Bila you visit to feed mill, you find what is the main constraint there. That constraint limitation lah. Macam ni this is a constraint. Each egg in the loading must have, nampak tak? Dia punya constraint. Each egg in the loading must have more than 50% of its surface exposed. Pasal we don't want the student to cheat, to wrap all the eggs with sponge or to not to be, so that the eggs will not will be broken lah. So there's the rule. The rule is constant. 50% of surface mesti exposed. They can wrap but not more than 50%. Okay, 50%. Also in this project, okay, this is all limitation. And the lecturer asks you not more. If you want to use no AC outlet, only use AA battery. Okay, so within this project, we are restricted to use not more than 20 AA size battery. Itu yang limitation, and not more than 5 millimotors. So they know, this is the rules of the competition. The structure, okay, dalam tu the lecturer also talk, give them little bit project brief, talk to them. Okay, the structure you can, student might ask, masa early stage lah. So we want to design by what any material can use for the machine. Any material can do. Any material can do, as long your machine, you punya prototype to carry the egg and drop the egg ni, dia rigid enough, strong enough lah to run, to operate. Pasal you ada semua 5 minimotors, okay? So it's rigid, dia strong enough to support you punya system. Okay, the structures of the machine can be made, that's why the nice word. The structure of the machine can be made of any material and must be strong enough to support itself on the concrete floor. So as long pasal dia akan put dia punya, kita punya competition punya tu dekat our place the concrete floor lah. Pasal dari situ cakap where is the competition held is on the ada dia punya play there one exhibition classroom tu dia concrete floor. So sometimes is it going, student might ask, is the machine going to operate outdoor? Kalau outdoor on the ground, so we cakap no, it's an indoor, so be concrete floor. So itu that is constraint, nampak, indoor. So they make a nice word. The rest of the machine can be made of the material, but must be strong enough to support itself on the concrete floor. Okay. The overall size of the machine is given by that. Kan lecturer cakap lah, your machine is not more than then the width is not more like this. Pasal kita ada zone area when the student want to exhibit dia punya prototype. Nanti ada judge akan judge to operate. The judge will ask them to operate their machine, either it works or not. So there are the limitation on size. So kita dah cakap student, ada constraint. Your punya machine should not, the length should be not like this, not more than this. Height should be not more than this, the width should be not more than this. So the student cakap, they write it. The overall size of the machine is given by the lecturer and the time frame of this project. Okay, time frame also can be put at constraint. Time frame is duration of your project, so also can be put. Or it is 10 weeks. Pasal constraint ni can be maybe time frame pun boleh, production. Saya cakap all the limitation involved lah. Okay, the machine will be used for competition. Ini pun boleh kalau nak write tambah lah. Tetapi not too long. Design ni biasanya one page. Machine will be used for competition. Pasal the purpose of it. You nak design ni machine. Kadang-kadang when we design this machine, is it for user, customer use or is it for competition? No, this one machine purpose only for competition. Macam kalau you design robot war kan. Macam remember you watch movie robot war kan. Robot war yang the robot fight each other. That robot they design not for consumer, not for user. Only dia punya purpose, they design, they build the robot to battle lah in the competition. Only for the competition. Same goes for the machine, only for the competition. So the machine will be used for competition at the end of the semester and also be promote design improvement in animal farming. Maybe from there, farmers can get some idea lah to how they can handling the eggs. So the eggs too tak easily get broken. Okay, this example, faham guys, design bridge. Boleh?
InsyaAllah Doktor.
Alright, kalau tak ada itu, hari ni I think that's all for today lah. Itu apa, what else, for today, ini first week. Itu you punya first task, you kena buat design brief. You don't wait do not wait do not wait for me do not wait for kita pun tak tahu, from sarjana email pun tak ada signal lagi. Kalau kita wait nak kena visit dulu, nanti tak boleh, kita already nanti second week, third week, nanti kita behind behind schedule nanti behind schedule. Okay, another thing to do. Okay, I just want to inform you, on the second week nanti kita ada invite lecturers Dia common lecturers. Okay, this lecturer Dr. Azanizawati, PM Dr. Azanizawati, dia will talk on project management. Nanti dia akan, I will give you the link. You kena invite. Ini live punya Webex. You kena join. Dia ni tambahan guys. Sorry, ni is not dalam part of your class. Dia live. Maybe I don't know. What sure yang slot yang free. Maybe at night lah. Katakan dalam time after maghrib macam tu mungkin. Ada I think about 1.5 hours talk. Pasal this is important. Pasal you be given a project. Project you is a group project, and you have project from at the beginning of the until the end of the day. You are about design product Kita system design. So this lecturer will give you tentang management of your project, macam project management. It's very good. Pasal project management, macam for example, one of it dia explain to you, macam how you plan you punya work nanti. Understand guys? Macam mana you plan you punya work from start nanti. Okay, sekarang ni you dah be given a title. Okay, you already make your choice and you want to go for feeding, or maybe you want to go for building. So you already have your title, you want to focus on this. Tetapi how you want to plan your work. Okay, design process another thing. Design process, I will guide you on design process. Daripada recognition of need, problem definition, and then you prepare your PDF. After PDF is strong, you all need PDF, then you go for conceptual design. That one I will get through design process. Detail design, embodiment design, and kemudian apa tu? Terus you buat engineering analysis and so on, dan kemudian you punya engineering drawing, dan you prototype and testing. Itu the one is design process. I get you on that. Tetapi you are handling a project. The whole thing is a project. Tapi how do you manage a project? Manage project yang one ni, project management. Nanti Dr. Azhar ni akan give you lecture. Ini wajib you kena participate. Pasal nanti management ni macam contoh example, you kena buat Gantt chart kan. Gantt chart ni how you manage kan. Macam tak kan? Macam buat Gantt chart. That's part of it lah. Nanti dia akan tegang. Hello? Are you listening or not?
Yes, Doctor.
Pasal management ni another thing. Design process. Tetapi management ni macam how you plan your work, how you manage you punya project. Macam for example, dia akan explain you Gantt. Macam for example lah, your FYP kan. Your supervisor ask you to do Gantt chart. Macam tu lah. You punya time frame tu macam mana. Pasal Gantt chart ni is the main thing lah mula-mula. Gantt chart ni mula-mula. Of course, the lecturer tu ask cakap prepare Gantt chart. How you, mesti ada Gantt chart. Macam mana week 1, week 2, we are already now, soon kita week 2 already, we kena plan apa you nak buat. Your Gantt chart ni akan follow, apa topik dalam Gantt chart ni, you follow the design process that I show you. I share you my slide ni lah, yang ni, mungkin you tak nampak. Your Gantt chart akan be, nampak slide, nampak tak design process ni? Hello guys.
Nampak.
Design process. Ini nanti I think I snapshot everything. This is our design process. Design process ni. Betul saya cakap, design brief mula you buat design brief, clear problem statement, kemudian you punya problem definition. Nanti bila you dah ada design brief, okay, your first task you buat design brief, you still have problem statement Lepas tu, then after next week I will focus on
Tolong mute.
Satu malam tu kita orang macam berat.
Daniel.
Sedih yang dah. Lepas tu malam tu.
Siapa ni?
Ian.
Ada entertainment ni. Saya senyum aja dengar je. Nak dengar sampai habis boleh, tapi ni. Alright. Okay, nanti next week kita dah start. Bila dah nanti make sure yang you prepare sekarang ni, design brief you buat. Lepas tu next week kita dah, you kena define problem lah. Mind mapping, objective, nanti I will guide you lah. You try to searching information lah. Sekarang pun boleh searching information, no problem. Tapi next week tu dah fokus lah. You pasal from your mind mapping. Bila you ada make sure, tapi design brief must be ready. Kalau design brief tak ada, you tak ada problem statement. When design brief ada, then only you boleh proceed. for your second stage, problem definition. I mean, you define lagi problem you. Daripada problem statement from design brief, from there you can go for direction. How we go for detailed direction? One technique is mind mapping objectively. So I will explain to you next week lah. And on our first meeting on the Tuesday, and our first meeting on the Tuesday. First meeting kita bila?
Hari Isnin, Doktor.
On Monday. Monday I will guide you on this problem. Okay, tapi sekarang ni you prepare. Okay, ni itu saya cakap I'm talking tadi about the project management. Nanti ada lecture, I don't know hari apa, tapi next week, maybe at the end of next week lah at the end of next week you kena masuk participate the one about project management lah, macam mana you prepare, even you sekarang pun boleh, you don't have kita tak nak atau you wait for the lecture, macam ni you prepare the Gantt and you manage you punya. Basic while you start kalau foto simple je lah. Ini given contohnya kalau you nak minum kopi kan, normally kita traditional practice, kita wait for the water to boil, kita wait the bottle kettle to boil until dia bunyi bunyi dan only kita baca kopi. No, project management macam ni dia, atau design management. While we are waiting for the water to boil, kita dah letak dalam cawan, we already put the coffee, we already put the sugar. Itu cerita simple je lah project management. One of the element dalam project. It's good one of it yang Gantt tu satu cerita, satu lagi macam tu. While you are waiting for something, you dah prepare something. Jadi more efficient the way you handle the project. Alright, okay, so okay, siapa yang nak buat, dah pilih tajuk kan? Any question? Dah pilih tajuk ke?
Dah Doktor, dalam grup WhatsApp dah ada.
Dia mesti sama rata Feeding. Grup 3. Amin, Ikhlas, Kiri, Zul, Daniel. Apa ni? Kosong. Ini sini section 8 kan? Grup 2 ni kenapa 3 orang aja? Group 2, are you there? Kelas kita kan, in this class, kita ada 2 sesi. One is lecture. Yang previous class tu lecture lah. Tapi this one studio. Kita actually this class kita discussion je. Macam ni lah kita discuss. This studio time. Group 2, still kenapa trio person? Minimum is 4
Nama lagi.
Oh yang tadi saya lupa ada 2 tak masuk Okay, sorry. Okay, group 3, what's your basing lah? 2 feeding, group 3 and group 4 basing Okay, group 3 kena ambil basing lah, kena sama ratakan lah. 2 feeding, 2 basing, group 3 basing. So, any question? Amirul? Ada apa nak tanya? Ini time student nak tanya sekarang.
Untuk buat
tanya apa-apa show.
Untuk buat feeding tu Doktor, tak kisah Doktor, sistem ataupun device mana-mana boleh.
So far kita assume macam tu lah. Kita tahu lah, sebenarnya kalau kita cakap again, kalau kita busy kita tahu actually what they want kan. Tapi dia cakap, you guys don't want wait you cuba saya pun tak tahu contact person.
Mengembalikan status Sabah dan
Can you try to get the, saya pun tak tahu, am I against macam ni. Try to get, kalau boleh lah, you try, kalau dapat communicate dengan diorang Kalau you nak wait for me pun saya tak tahu bila. Try kalau boleh secara confidential lah. I mean, if you can contact the person there, kan saya bagi site kat WhatsApp tu kan, you try to communicate, actually, tanyalah juga diorang. We are student, you intro dulu yourself kan. Pasal we are on, next week we're gonna be on second week. We don't want ourselves to be behind schedule kan, nanti the time is running. So since we are while waiting, we need to know some input lah. Kalau you boleh can talk to them lah. Ada site yang saya bagi, I already post. Tengok site kalau you can get the contact person. Cakap secara berhemah lah, secara apa kita cakap, secara profesional or ni lah. You talk to the contact person dia, tanya. Kita tak tahu actually what is the thing that they want. Tapi from my understanding, kalau bagi saya, kalau they want to go for feeding, takkan dia fokus on one specific lembu, mesti the whole kandang lah. So kita assume lah the whole cage ni. Kita need some input lah, how quantity of the cows tu berapa, dia punya macam mana cara dia punya handling, manual handling tu macam mana. Kita got to know dia punya ni lah, all the what's happening there. Kalau tak boleh visit pun tak apa, at least kita, kalau you can get contact to mereka, apa dia punya apa tu, requirement that they nak from our client. Sorry lah, pasal saya pun tak tahu, I pun kalau nak temu signal pun lambat, tapi kita been arah to get this project. Okay, tapi kita kena be independent jugalah, that's my point. Tapi tak apalah, kalau katakan you tak buat, let's say you tak dapat contact person there, Saujana tu, tak apa, you can kaji on the similar lah, competitors, similar punya farm industries yang you, sebenarnya dalam design kan, kita never afraid to communicate dengan orang, dengan siapa-siapa. Saya buat dulu pun siapa saya dengan my team project dulu masa saya student pun, dulu zaman tu internet pun belum born lagi. Okay, kita ada fax machine and telefon biasa saja. We call every industry. Ada yang kawan saya kena hedik lagi. Kita masa tu kat UK, kawan saya dia kena hedik dengan call industry kat UK. And saya punya team member, team project kena. We only our punya studio room, kita only have fax machine. Masa tu tak ada internet lagi. We have fax machine, we have phone, we have yellow pages. Yellow pages we call industry. Every morning after kita dah group meeting, kita call industry to get to know what the suppliers, apa yang third party involved. Pasal you punya, when you design machine ni, bukan hanya you focus on the machine cow feeding. There is a third party involved. Ada stakeholders. Stakeholders is something yang involved. Macam you punya cow feeding system. You akan involve dengan people yang cow feeding machine ni, feeding machine for animal ni. You nak, sometimes you can, kalau you nak tengok internet, mungkin ada existing product. That's right. Bila you search information, one of you search for existing, maybe all of you search for existing product, existing design kalau ada cow feeding system. Cow feeding system ni normally bukannya cat feeding system. It's not a domestic punya animal kan. Domestic kita focus on dog feeding system for common. This cow ni, cattle ni, dia want some, dia big amount lah pasal on the case. You kaji on existing product kalau ada. From there you get some picture macam mana. Okay, saya cakap yang stakeholder third party involved, not just product itself. Kalau macam cow feeding system tu, katakan you cannot get cow feeding system. Tak apa, it's okay. Analogy product something quite similar. Yang similarity we found. You kata you cannot get cow. Katakan susah. Unlucky you cannot find, katakanlah, you cannot find cow feeding system. You can find, you have alternative. Mesti ada alternative. You can find, you and your team member find analogy. Analogy is something like close to. Maybe we have kambing, sheep feeding system kan. Sheep, bukan cattle lah, kambing feeding system kan. Lamb feeding, kambing sheep feeding system, something, maybe horse feeding system, yang western ada horse kan, for horse punya horse feeding. Something quite similar. Something dia kategori lah, ada yang edit macam horse, sheep ni kan yang quite kind similar. Bukannya fish feeding machine. Of course dah lari jauh kan. Not fish feeding machine. Something quite similar. Yang close by, itu we call analogy product. Okay, maybe you can find that one, you can find from the internet. From there you get a picture. Oh, they gunakan, they use this kind of motor. From there, they use this kind of dia punya part of it. Yang part motor yang dia pakai, adakah dia pakai source of power apa, dia punya size of the machine. From there you get, this all the thing parameter you get. Yang ni dekat third party, motor apa dia pakai, apa source of power, dia pakai motor ke, dia pakai engine ke, adakah dia pakai solar power ke, apa soalan kan. Okay, kemudian dia punya feeding system, macam mana how they conveying. This all third party, this all stakeholders involved dalam you punya machine. I think it's a direction you go. You have a lot of information, tapi where, apa information nak cari. Ini also I will guide you on the next week lah, source of information. So all these stakeholders, macam you will tengok, kalau you tengok similar product, kalau you tengok best, you boleh dapat cow feeding system lah. Kalau tak, you tengok something similar untuk sheep feeding system. Kalau tak dapat, kalau dapat cow, you tengok cow. You tengok dia punya feeding system, they use what motor, what power, do they attach to the vehicle, ataupun dia punya ada, dia ataupun dia punya own unit, dia ada something, one control system. Lepas tu how do they convey? Dia punya feeding tu dia pakai, is it automatic? Is it fully automatic? Ataupun dia, maybe they have another approach of feeding tu. What type of conveying of dia punya, okay. Itu part of it. Apalagi makanan lembu pun stakeholder, all these things lah. Makanan lembu, this is all stakeholders. Yang benda yang involved. Bukan hanya the machine itself. Makanan lembu, you want to feeding. Kalau tengok feed male, you katakan you cannot communicate dengan orang feed male, tak apa, you can go for felda atau any similar untuk makan lembu, to give the cow, the cattle to feed what type of food untuk, tapi you have to know lah. Tapi kita nak fokus on ni. Kalau for lembu tenusu, for milking purpose, dairy, dia different makanan. Different makanan. Dia bukan sembarang. Dia tak makan rumput. Pasal nak jaga, they want to maintain the quality. They want to get the susu tu, they make sure they have specific food. So you must, ini also information. This all that I cakap yang involved dalam ini. Not just the machine you're going to design. The thing, the food, itulah dia. The food apa yang you for untuk, kalau kita fokus on tenusu, what type of food, you kaji on internet tenusu, okay, macam ni kita nak convey this kind of food. Kalau lembu tenusu dia makan apa, jagung ke rumput ke, I also not sure. You are doing the project, you are doing the research, not me. You know better. Nanti you become you will know better about this, not me. I just guide you macam ni saja. Okay, so you tengoklah what type of food they use for cow feeding. You kena tengok kalau cow tu for meat, different food. Kalau cow tu for dairy lah untuk tenusu kan, different kind of food. You kena kaji macam mana. Okay, how do they handling the food? The food ni, is it macam mana dia, kalau this cow feeding system untuk lembu tenusu, apa dia punya cara operate dia? From there, kita look on existing product. Kalau existing product tak ada, you go for another, something similar, something close by. Maybe you can go for sheep, you can go for horse, yang something quite similar, but not yang tak relevant lah. Itu saya cakap about the food itself, what type of food they use to ni. Okay, satu lagi, even itulah all these thing tentang kita cakap you need input tu. Input all the data input tu. Okay? Faham? Even the behavior of the cow, satu lagi, the cow behavior, I forgot to mention. Behavior of the cow pun kita kena tahu. One of you doing behavior. Dalam you punya background tadi, saya cakap, you ada team member of 5. Bukan semua orang buat sama. Seorang fokus on food. Seorang fokus on feeding mechanism. Seorang fokus on the cow behavior. Cow ni pun ada mental juga kan. Cow pun ada mentality. You kena tengok behavior of the cow. What age of cow for dalam untuk lembu tenusu. Cow behavior tu pun kena kaji. Behavior of the cow. Kadang-kadang cow ni kadang-kadang kalau, for example, kenapa why you have to study the cow behavior? Kadang-kadang if you design a machine, your machine tu you totally neglect. You tak fokus in your background study about the cow behavior semua. So you just focus on your machine to be fully functioning saja. Bila at the end nanti, bila you start operating, your machine tu gonna use, they operate your machine, the cow tu semua lintang pukang berlari. Faham tak? Bila you run you punya machine, cow semua lintang pukang lari. Ada factor on the cow. Mungkin in term of noise, in term of vibration, in term of something else. Maybe ada chemical effect. Itu yang kita have to be prepared. Kita punya background study kita. Even the cow behavior, cow ni kadang-kadang dia sensitive to what? Nampak tak? Itu masuk behavior, sensitivity pada apa? Kadang-kadang kita punya machine tu temperature dia affect the environment in term of temperature, the noise, dia punya vibration ni semua kan. The cow tu mesin macam bunyi harimau. Itulah dia kan. Jadi takut lembu tak boleh juga kan. So that's why kita one kena fokus kan. You diversify lah you punya background study tu yang relevant, yang really memang tu. Nanti kena buat background study lah. Make sure you yang banyak yang membantu dalam you punya design. Okay, ada question lagi? Yang lain? Tak tanya sekarang, tak apa. Mungkin I boleh guide lah, mungkin saya boleh advise lah, dia bit lah. Boleh ambil nasihat saya ni lah.
Doktor nak tanya, masa kita nak approach company macam tu, kita kena dapatkan apa-apa letter ke sebelum kita approach? Sebab I rasa macam kalau ada letter from you, mungkin dia orang akan respond lebih cepat, mungkin dia orang akan cooperate. Sebab tu doktor.
Okay, I provide you later. Soon I give you dalam this week.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, right. Tapi kalau you communicate orang through, you send PDF letter lah. Korang boleh buat letter tu kalau ni kan, formal letter. You have template letter and formal letter. And maybe I could sign it, pun boleh juga. You want it?
Ya doktor, kalau kita orang boleh buat
Saya sign is it okay? Pasal kalau you want to sorry, you buat template, I sign it. Okay, as long you have a nice wording, I cakap we are ni doing, is it okay like that?
Ya, okay doktor. As long we have your sign, it's good enough doktor.
Alright, okay, lain? Ada question yang lain? Ahmad Syafi, Amin, Azizun, Daniel, Ismia. Ismia, are you there? Ismia? Okay. Okay, any question, Ismia? Ismia, you are international, right? You from Bangladesh, right? Am I right? Okay, ada question lain. Apa-apa isu ditanya sekarang? Nurain. Ada question? We cannot wait lah. Kita tak boleh wait from them lah, lambat Kalau kita wait dia lambat. Tapi at least kalau while we are waiting from dia punya signal from the company, we dah prepared something. It's much better lah. Kalau wait ni terlalu lambat. Takut kita behind schedule nanti. Kita dah prepare something. I want to make sure that you guys well prepared nanti. Nanti itulah pasal dah design ni, you kena background itulah, make sure you punya cakap foundation tu kena kuat. Because kita tak boleh straight jump to solution tak boleh. You tak boleh tiba you nak generate ideas susah tak boleh. Kalau katakan sekarang you design, katakan right now you focus on solution. You want to, I didn't say totally wrong. You boleh discuss with your group member. You dah terfikir nak buat pakai sistem. Adalah control system Arduino, I don't know apa benda you. Boleh, it's okay. That is a healthy discussion. But I didn't say it's totally wrong. Tapi you cannot, bila you dah terseronok dengan solution, you dah terfokus on one thing, you dah ter-attach, itu yang bahaya. Itu I don't want it. Pasal sebenarnya dia banyak alternatif yang you terlepas pandang. Banyak alternatif yang terlepas pandang. Pasal always there is a better solution. Not that's the only solution. That's why dalam design ni, you generate a lot of solution. Bila you generate a lot of solution, nanti you boleh filter, you boleh tapis, you boleh combine, you boleh tengok which one, you boleh judge among each other. Why this solution not good? Why this one must, you boleh evaluate nanti. Or maybe you combine idea, that is much better. Nanti you punya solution will become best. The best, best of the best. So become optimum solution rather than you focus. Kalau you terlalu awal, mungkin you have an idea, macam kau feeding system. You dah terseronok, you get attached that solution. You dah terlalu narrow, tak boleh. Because you terlepas. Itu yang quite dangerous lah. You terlalu fokus on them. Tetapi itulah, itu be careful lah. That's why I want to make sure you on the right track. So you collect information yang as much as you can dalam ni. So then you find information, then itulah nanti you gather together all you compile information you get. Then you discuss among you and your team member. You know all these you translate all the information finding you and your team member. You share and you translate into easy format. So easy. So it means you punya team member A don't have to read all the information finding from team member B. Student B, student A tu pasal you discuss, you translate each other. So that's why the answer is PDF. PDF tu yang sharing information easy. So translate. It means all of you equal amount of information. You are expert information on cow behavior, macam student B. Focus on cow behavior. Yang you more on pada existing product, current mechanism. You more on cow punya food. You more on the cage punya situation, farm industries. Another one. Bila, you focus on that. Cantik. Then you compile, sit down together. You combine, then you translate. Okay? You share. It means each student have the knowledge of A, B, C, D, and E. Student B also have the knowledge of A, B, C, D, and E. C also have the knowledge A, B, C, D. So equal. How do we share? Itu yang nanti I will guide you guys. Itu by next week juga lah, the PDF. How you translate itu product design spec. Product design spec tu, they represent you punya, all you punya information finding, your background study and so on. So kita kena prepare the PDF tu requirement tu. Itu bila you have a strong PDF, so bila from the PDF you clear, you dah tahu all the requirement what you going to design. Apa dia punya limitation, apa dia punya power that you need, production rate berapa, apa standard you want to apply. Okay, I forgot about tentang finding. About standard legislation pun you kena aware juga kena tahu juga legislation ni kena kaji. Legislation ni about farm industry ni. Kita tak boleh lah, kita kena follow the legislation. Legislation tu seperti cakap lah, kadang-kadang tentang machine you to kalau handling a farm industry, handling a cattle. Itu saya cakap, you punya machine tu nanti kalau you avoid this thing, in cow behavior tu, actually you can get the information from legislation. Pasal any organisation mesti ada. Farm industry mesti ada. Dia punya legislation on handling cattle, ada. You can get it from kita punya government punya organisation lah, macam Kementerian Pertanian. You can get legislation. You can search the internet. Ada PDF you can say. Legislation, macam mana, legislation peraturan. Legislation in term of how kita treat cattle macam mana. Itu dia ada panduan. Dia akan cakap the system, kalau you design machine, kalau apa-apa yang machine yang involved dengan handling cattle, in term of bathing or feeding or something else, dia ada kind of other rules. Ada something that we have to follow dia punya order. You will not affect the cattle punya. Sometimes it will affect, macam terlalu bising, dia cakap semua. Ada dah, itu semua dalam legislation. Also standard, standard also you kena check, piawai. Standard also in term of code and practice, in term of safety of the user of your machine. Also safety in term of the yang involved, the cow, the cattle itself, and also the in term of quality, safety and quality. In term of kalau you design machine yang involved dengan farm ni, yang inilah farm industry yang involve cattle, ada you can check from standard kalau it applies, kalau you, tapi standard ni you can get freely tu kalau you are in UTM. Tetapi kalau di luar, kalau online, I think you have to ada certain standard. Standard ni dia macam mana? Kalau for example you nak design, for example, cerita standard macam ni. Kalau you design kerusi katakan, you nak design satu computer chair untuk gamers. Contohlah ni contoh. You want to design a chair untuk gamers. Sekarang ni budak-budak muda suka gamers, suka nak kerusi yang ni kan. Kerusi yang senang, boleh main game macam tu lah. You boleh online sajalah something like you want to design a chair yang dia boleh. Okay. Actually bila you design kerusi tu, okay, you boleh, what I'm talking about standard. Standard is something you don't have to, okay. Kerusi of course dia ada hollow tube. Dia punya structure dia kan, kaki tu mesti hollow tube. So you don't have to waste your time to that hollow tube tu you kena design hollow tube yourself. You tengok standard. Kalau untuk chair supporting untuk gamers, computer chair, dia ada standard. Hollow tube tu tebal berapa. Pasal structure of the kerusi ni banyak hollow tube kan. Kata part of your solution using hollow tube. You don't have to, don't spend your time to design you punya own tube. You use the standard. Apa standard? You tengok dalam standard yang involve. ISO ada. Di dalam tu. Tapi you check under kategori chair, bahagian office chair, bahagian furniture punya chair, kerusi makan, computer chair ada dua, satu gamers, ni ada yang heavy like gamers, you tengok, pasal you tengok yang bahagian more heavy duty computer chair gamers, dia dah provide the hollow tube tu material dia berapa, dimension dia, thickness outside berapa, inner diameter berapa, thickness berapa, what material, so you don't waste your time to make your own tube. Itu contoh standard. Standard yang kita, okay, something, your machine ni macam cow feeding, what standard yang involved, tu you kena fikirlah, discuss apa standard yang involved. Standard pun you kena search juga information. Okay, another thing, one more thing about market survey pun kena jugalah. Market survey pun kena, kalau boleh lah, do market survey ni. You guys okay? Saya bercakap ni, is it okay? Boleh Are you listening? Okay, market survey ni pun, one of you, kalau one of you is strong on social media, one of your team member, listen if one of your team member yang good, suka Instagram, bukan cakap suka, yang terror lah Instagram, social media, it's so good. That's an advantage also. Why? Macam Facebook semua. You login, kadang-kadang kita need feedback. Okay, especially kalau you consumer product lah. Kalau consumer product, kita need feedback from the customer awal-awal lagi. Macam common people. Tapi sekarang you adalah for example, you adalah farm industries kan. Always ada society. Always ada society. Macam dulu I involved dengan design satu special flower shaped desk untuk our design studio. Design studio kan. Pasal I need to design. Pasal I need to get to know ada tak furniture yang boleh fabricate. Contohlah, you want to find input. I already designed this flower shape. This flower shape punya desk ni, dia boleh susun atau very flexible lah untuk design studio. So I need to know, boleh tak ada capable tak our local furniture manufacturer can ni. So I need some input. That's one way to find input. I just log in dalam Facebook any society furniture manufacturer. Contoh macam tu lah. Just join any society, any apa kita cakap, any group, society group in social media. Kalau katakan you farm industries ni, macam you join any community or any society yang ada relevant, not necessarily cow feeding machine, something yang relevant, yang saya cakap any stakeholders yang relevant, because these people kadang-kadang when you join that thing, they bila you communicate dengan dia, they will give you input. Mungkin secara tak langsung they give you a very good link to supplier yang really have this kind of machine you want to build. From there you can get valuable information. You can send as a reference what type of machine they use. Itulah yang something yang relevant lah. Macam you farm industries, takkanlah you join society lembu. Mana ada society lembu dalam Facebook kan? You join yang something yang relevant lah. Yang orang yang pasal isu buat makanan lembu. You join yang people yang society in Facebook ke Twitter ke yang about penternak lembu for example breeder, cows breeder. Pasal you want to more know about the cow behavior. You want to study about kalau cow yang for tenusu apa dia punya favorite food, dia contoh lah macam tu lah. That's not just about food lah. Banyak benda lah. You join society. That's one also good. Itu macam kita, itu part of macam like market survey lah. Kita tengok dia punya luar tu apa orang punya perception. What is there happening out there. Especially kalau, ni good lah. Macam kalau you design consumer product lah. Good. Kita boleh tengok. Pasal this good. Kalau kita nak tengok respon orang daripada, macam yours is yang peternak lah. Peternak lembu. Kalau you go for Felda punya society, yes, for example. Felda society peternak kan, yang farm industry society punya tu, they have some answer. Maybe you katakan we want to design this yang special punya, what do you think of it? You tak cakap, you cakap you go and design, bukan you nak cakap bagi you punya idea kat dia orang. Kita need their feedback, apa dia punya tanggapan. Kadang-kadang people yang outside ni, person yang involved dalam kita punya cerita of kita punya project, they sometimes they give you some, even they comment. People like to complain. Kita complain tu is a kind of something alert us juga, something that kita tak notice sebelum ni. Pasal kita fokus on us, kita fokus on kita team member, you and you group member. Kita terlupa boundary luar. People, any party yang involved kita. Kadang-kadang dia punya tanggapan tu maybe expectation lain. Dia punya pendapat tu lain. So kadang kita kena listen juga kadang ni. Banyak asyik dalam Malaysia banyak produk yang people yang design consultant macam you lah. Dia design produk yang very good, idea is good, tetapi tak berjaya di pasaran. Lot of things. I can tell you a lot, tapi banyak. Dia tak berjaya di pasaran. Because sebab apa? Dia tak pada peringkat awal, at this stage, dia tak involved dengan social media. Dia tak interact. Dia tak really do the market survey. Pada awal-awal dia tu, pasal market also, one of your team member buat market survey. Sebab apa? Dia tak kaji pasaran. I mean, at the end, dia punya stages design. They go through the design process successfully. Tapi at the end, they release their prototype. They want to make a sales with their product. Dia ada funding, ada manufacturer dan link. Dia sell dia produk, tapi produk dia not able, tak berjaya di pasaran. People not buying their machine. Sebab apa? Bila dia sell dia punya produk, then only dia involved dengan social media. Dia iklan dia punya produk dekat Facebook. And you know, dia punya produk tu like condemned by people. People cakap, your machine ni buat apa? Kalau pakai ini pun dah boleh. Kan? Nampak dia terlepas pandang. That's why at the beginning stages, kita tanya dulu. Walau you even start, you belum start lagi you punya project. You buat some survey like in social media like questionnaire atau apa, you just join dia punya conversation, chatting. Sometimes you cakap we are going to design. Macam you join the community yang peternak lembu. You join society. Ada je dalam internet. Ada je society Twitter peternak lembu. All around the world pun. Not just I'm talking about Malaysia. I'm talking all around the world. Join, you ask question. Then sometimes they give you, you ask question. What do you think kalau you design? Is it really important? Sometimes they will give you answer. Maybe their comments tu maybe give you something yang you tak nampak sebelum ni. Something that you ni lah. Well. Alright, Clark, ada question tak ada No question?
Doktor.
Alright, sorry saya bercakap je lah ni. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Then itulah saya kena work as a group. Never work alone. Other time you work alone juga. Tapi pada time you work as a group, as a team, mesti ada collaboration with you and team member. Or do not be afraid. Or kena approach orang luar. Kena approach there. Approach out there. You kena poke semua the boundary saya cakap lah. You jangan remain on apa. You got to break the ice lah kita cakap. Gitu.
Doktor.
Yeah.
Nak tanya. Kiranya dalam minggu ni kita orang kena get the information lah.
Try to get information lah kalau yang boleh saya cakap.
Dia punya due date untuk dapatkan information tu bila? Sampai week berapa?
Actually dia tak ada due date. Information ni kalau point cerita dia macam ni. The more information you get, the much better it is. Itu yang saya cakap. Kalau your information is shallow, kalau your information is so little information, shallow lah nanti you punya information, you punya point saya nanti PDS tu. I banyak cakap PDS tu, important. PDS tu represent you punya information finding. Kalau you punya information you so shallow, information you tak banyak, you buat sikit saja. Nanti you punya PDS tu you tak clear, very vague. You tak tahu apa specific requirement. You tak tahu all the issue, the story. You tak nampak all the parameter, the requirement that you really need. Pasal PDS tu mainkan peranan. So saya tak ada cakap that is no deadline sebenarnya. Tak ada deadline. The more information you can find, saya bukanlah cakap paksa saya cakap tak ada. Yang mana ya orang mampu je lah. Tetapi janganlah sikit kan. Yang itulah saya cakap tadi, search yang energy similar product, existing product, standard, legislation, yang apa tu, itulah yang apa yang saya cakap tadi lah, yang kau behavior, yang anything relevant lah. Dia tak ada dalam design ni, dia tak ada you based on textbook, dia tak ada based on notes direct from lecturer. I want you must do this, you must do, tak ada. No, it's not like that. Design is very, you have to be, apa kita cakap, kena be independent. Your team, you work as you are as one organization. So how you manage tu, team leader kena play the role. Macam mana you make tu, your team tu very strong. Itulah dia. You tak boleh depend on lecturer. Lecturer cuma, I can guide you macam ni bercakap. I ni bercakap-cakap je, bukannya apa pun. Kan, yang buat kerja korang, bukan saya. Saya bercakap, semua boleh buat. Semua orang tua macam saya boleh cakap je. Awak dengar pakcik kat luar bercakap, dia cakap macam saya je. Tapi yang buat kerja korang. Okay? Saya just talk aja. I ni. Okay? Korang, tapi korang yang know actually, you are more expert than me about this topic, about this research area. You will be better knowing me about this. How come? I only, apa yang saya cakap, through my experience mengajar design. Okay, because my design title dia varies. Dulu saya fish feeding machine pun ada, plantation pun ada, saya bagi student. Apa ni, vegetable bunch tu. Kelapa sawit pada lot of things. Dia different to different story. I get macam tu, I cakap through experience. So masa ini first time I handling yang ni lah, farm machinery yang about cattle handling. So you kena be independent jugalah. Be independent. Okay, kalau I think itu kita share. Tak ada apa-apa lagi
Tak ada.
Kalau tak ada.
Alright.
Tak ada.
Your attendance, you kecil kelas. So see you. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Boleh scan attendance, nampak?
Nampak doktor. Thank you doktor.
Welcome.
Thank you doctor.
Welcome. Amirul, do you record that?
Saya record doktor.
Amirul.
Ya saya rekod doktor. Nanti saya
Section 10 kan?
bagi linknya dekat doktor.
Okay, thank you.
Okey doktor.
Okay, thank you Amirul. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, doktor.
Okay, sama.
Terima kasih, doktor.